So guys, 6 reasons sellers are using objections, right? So why do people really use objections? Why can't they just be upfront? Why can't they just tell us what they're thinking, right? I mean, this happens all over life, actually. This is about as mysterious as asking your significant other what you want for dinner, right? Nobody knows, but from my experience, I have a few ideas why I think sellers are giving real estate agents objections. Number one, the agent doesn't know their script and they haven't practiced them at all. So the phone conversation they really had just had no purpose and no point. A lot of agents that get on the phone, man, they get so off track during the conversation. They talk for 30 minutes and the conversation is about as arbitrary as what is your cat doing today, right? The agent hung up the phone. They never asked a closing question or anything about the property that was for sale, right? They basically said, hey, let me list your house, and then talk randomly while the person said no. There was no clear point to the conversation. Guys, my name's Jason Morris. I'm with Real Estate Agents That Really Work. It's a group on Facebook. Guys, this is all from my book, How to Be an Objection Master. It's available on Amazon. Number two, the seller just isn't ready yet, right? This happens, man. They put a for sale by owner sign out in front of their house. They put it out on Craigslist. They put it on Facebook, whatever it is. They had really not a lot of plans to show the house to anybody. They work, they have a significant other, they have a kid, they have 10 unfinished projects. Dude, all of us have some unfinished project around our house, I promise. If somebody showed up at the door with a bag of cash, though, they don't really know what they do. But the seller just isn't ready yet. They really want to be somewhere by a certain time or get rid of a problem they have. They're just really not ready. They just did it testing the waters. And that happens, man. It happens. I've done it myself. Number three, sometimes they gave you an objection because they don't have enough information about the service they are being offered. And a lot of them were just misinformed about how real estate agents actually work. And it's really interesting how many times I've had to go to a seller's house and their objection with me is they just didn't really know how it worked. And I had to explain to them, we get paid on performance, right? If I list your house and I spend my money, my energy, and my time trying to sell it, and it doesn't sell, then I've just lost money on that one, right? It's just the cost of doing business. Number four, a lot of them didn't know how hard it actually be to sell their home on their own or how costly. With only about 50% of Americans owning homes, the percentage of Americans to actually go through the experience of selling a home is pretty small. I'd be willing to bet your average seller has never worked with an agent to sell a house, or they at least haven't sold a property in the last 5 to 10 years in the state that they're in. And I think this is why sellers, they'll start up very strong. Hey, we're selling ourselves. That's their whole motto, right? We're going to sell it ourselves. And you know what? They probably throw an ad on Craigslist, an ad on Marketplace. They're getting responses for it. They just don't understand the process of weeding through those appointments and deciding which ones are real, which ones are not, you know? And then, hey, you can tell them this on the phone. When they say, oh, yeah, we're getting a lot of response. Hey, I bet a lot of the response is asking to rent to own or finance your house, isn't it? And I guarantee a lot of it's like that. Now, number five, the reason they're giving you an objection is because an agent before you used what I'd call an ASOS script. And it's an asshole sales objection script, right? And it's just like we talked about in our previous video. It's just that agent was a jerk and tried to bully them into listing their house or making them feel stupid or making them feel dumb on the phone. And let's be honest, nobody really likes that. Nobody wants to be pressured in anything. Number six, hey, they gave you an objection on the phone because you know what, man? They just called and it just was a bad time. You know, dude, I've done the same thing. You know, it isn't that I didn't want to talk to that person about healthcare. They could have had a healthcare plan way better than the healthcare plan I have. It's just, man, they called me at a bad time. The kids were running around. The dog was doing whatever my dog's doing. I was in the middle of something with my significant other, whatever it may be. You know, I'm not telling you these are the only 6 reasons sellers are giving us objections, but I think it sums it up pretty well and gives you an idea. They're not giving you objection. The objection has nothing to do with you. It's just that they have something else going on. And we all give objections on a basic level. We all react a certain way to certain things, and we all give objections about it, guys. The way to overcome a lot of these is just to have a solid follow-up plan.